Morning, morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. uh, it is quite the morning, guys. It is cold, it is rainy, but we are here for a beautiful session. Guys, I know it must be so weird seeing me on screen. Unfortunately, Catherine's feeling a little bit sick today, so I decided that I would help. Well, not I, sorry, James, asked me if I could please help. So here I am to take you through your strength, intermediate strength yoga flow today. Guys, swipe on in, say hello. It's the middle of the week. Say hi. We didn't have a coffee chat by myself, let's be honest. But we do. So please come talk to me. Hold the morning candles. Or maybe share this that way. Let's go. But I hope everyone is having a beautiful morning so far. Oh, hands, please can you help me share this? It should not be so complicated, guys, but when it's the first time on your own, it feels a little bit more stressful than it is. Anyway, guys, swipe in, say hi, let me know how you're feeling on this, in Cape Town at least, cold morning. I'm sitting here with my line, getting ready to start our morning in a great way. Slowly moving our bodies, getting into it. Trying to find something. There it is. There she is. Let's share this. Yeah. Camera's out of there it is. Okay. Let's share. See, one day I'll get quicker at this, guys, promise. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, guys, hello. It is, like I said multiple times, it is Wednesday. And welcome to yoga for today. Not doing classes yet. Morning, Ivor. Hope you guys are all ready. I've got a little bit of compared to Monday, at least I don't know if it was on Monday, but a bit more of a slower, strength-focused class today. So we're just going to be holding the pose a little bit longer, focusing on particular muscles, really working in. We're going to hold a little bit of heat, get a little bit of a sweat, and it's going to be a great start. So if you guys are doing this, whether it's now live to me, this morning or this afternoon or in 2 weeks from now. I hope you guys are ready for an awesome session. Morning's ready, morning's out there. You guys are well. So guys, we are busy building up to our big 12-hour workout, our big goal workout on Saturday. Behind the scenes, it's been absolutely wild, guys. The amount of effort and time and everything it's taken to put this whole production together. I can't tell you. I have so much respect for Rachel and the organizers who just really put a lot of thought into this to make it such an incredible day. So guys, remember, go register, get your unique registration number for Saturday, and let's go for gold, guys. Let's absolutely, I don't want to say it. I'm trying to get my day this morning, but this point is really, it was such a great course, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but we'll remind you anyway. That on Saturday, depending on how long you work out for, you earn it. So it's, if you work out for 2 hours, you get a bronze medal. Work out for 3 hours, you get a silver, and then work out for 4, you get a gold, which is so awesome, guys. It really is cool. We're all going to be there working out. Let me know how many hours you guys are wanting to pledge. I think I said I was going to do about 6, which is a lot, but It's for such an incredible cause, guys, for the Menstruation Foundation, which is trying to alleviate period poverty, which is really such an incredible cause. There's so many women out there who, and I think we forget like how difficult it can be. But there's so many women out there who actually miss at least like 4 days of school a month, which is almost a whole week of school, because of period poverty. So we are collecting sanitary pads and we wanted to raise 250,000. I think that's the number. We're trying to raise a lot of money to be able to buy 10 vending machines, which is actually a first. Morning guys, morning. So I have hello. Oh, some of these names I can't see, but good morning everyone. I hope you are all well and having a beautiful start. But yes guys, so we're ready for Saturday. We're going to be so fun. For every gold medal that's earned, Jeff is going to match that and donate towards these sanitary pad vending machines, which is really awesome. Really exciting. Like I said, it's a first. They, if I'm not mistaken, don't require electricity and you use tokens. So it's like a proper first for South Africa, which is really awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited to you guys are going to be there. And do yourself a favor, go and look first of all to the comments, go register for the Go workout. And do yourself a favor, go to the flag, guys. This is good. It's really nice. It's key. So go get it. And it says 2021 on it. It's like, if you don't get it this year, you can't get it again. It's proper. If you wear this next year, you are wearing this. That's what you do. So yeah, guys, go get the swag, go register for an epic day. It's going to be huge. Guys, 500, say hello. If you know how you're feeling on this Wednesday morning, I'm Nicole, drinking my tea. But guys, it's going to be a really nice little strength session that we've got for you today. Just before I get into the next part of my little coffee chats, for today's session, you guys will need a towel or like a band or something. Just to hold towards, I'm just going to do a couple of shoulder rolls. I'm actually using a tracky pants because I don't have either a towel or a yoga strap here. So you really can use anything as long as you're able to keep your arms wide and keep it taut and you're able to move. But you'll see it. If you don't have anything, we can also make it flat. This is really for everyone. There's a little bit more of a, like I said, because it's straight, it's intermediate. So you need it's going to be a little bit harder, it's going to be a little bit tough, but I will give modifications for those who need. Yeah, the guys type in, say hi, please. Keep me company. Like I said, it's so weird doing a coffee chat by myself, but there's time for everything. We're loving it. Oh guys, and huge chats. We have something very special for you. We have a one-on-one discount for you guys. 25% off for one-on-one. If you are wanting to start the one-on-one, 25% off, guys. It is a steal. It really is. Using the discount code, I think it's Best of Me. That's what it is. Discount code Best of Me. I don't know if you've seen that kind of floating around Facebook pages at the moment. Best of Me is such an incredible. Jono chatted to us about the other day in our family meeting. But it's just such an incredible, reminder that I want to be the best of me. I really do. And we all can. So guys, do yourself a favor. If you aren't on the one-on-one or if you haven't been and you want to give it a try, all you need to do, the hardest part is deciding to start. Once you've done that, then it's easy sailing. It's easier from there. The most difficult decision is deciding to actually make that change. At least that's what I found. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good job. If you are interested, just want to ask more questions about it, pop me a message, pop it in the comments, and we will go and reach out to you. You definitely won't forget, guys. Like I said, it's an absolute steal. Yeah. Morning, guys. I can't see some of the names here, so just hi. I can see that you're saying hello, I promise. I'm not ignoring you. But good morning. It is Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. And sometimes I feel like it's in between. People either find like the best day because they're like, oh, it's almost, in the middle of the week, it's hump day, we're almost at Friday. And other people find it, they're suddenly stuck because it's the middle of the week and it's been such a long week and it's quite a difficult thing to get motivating yourself. So today we're just gonna do what we can. Just a half an hour session. Just show up for yourself. Do it for yourself. Start your day off on a high, or end your day off if you're doing this on catch up, and doing it a little bit later. So the best thing you can do is show up for yourself, and let's have a nice little flow. It's nothing too hectic, nothing too intense, and we're just gonna move. There we are. I love you guys. Say hello. If I find a nice me in the comments, say hi. I don't know if you guys can hear, but the weather today is something special. It really, really is. It's cold, it's windy. I've been here for maybe an hour and a half already, getting myself prepped and prepared. I can't believe that this is my second yoga class. Who would have thought that we doing crazy strength and being wild on Tuesdays and Thursdays to having to find my zen and calm down a bit, which I think is really important actually. I think we get so wrapped up in the craziness of and like the hype and the energy that's in life that we struggle to sit and we struggle, I'm even sitting there like rocking, but we struggle to sit and actually take a moment to breathe. And I think this is so awesome for me because I'm learning, even though it's only been like a couple of days, like I'm really learning to sit and breathe and use my energy when I need to and be calm when I need to. So really find that balance and not be switched on all the time, because if we were, we would struggle, we really would. We really, really would. But anyway, guys, it's almost 7 o'clock. We're just gonna wait a little bit, let a couple of stragglers come join us. It's gonna be a really, really nice session, so hoping we bring the crowd. It's gonna be really cool. Working on a little bit of strength, we're gonna be working upper, we're gonna be working our core nicely, which is really exciting. I'm very excited for this session, guys. It's going to be super steamy, but also very slow and wholesome and like mindful. We want to be really mindful of the way that we move our bodies this morning. At least that's my goal. That's my intention that I'm going to bring to the mat today. But yeah, we'll give it another minute just to let people come in. But good morning. If you guys want to slowly start making your way to your mat, you can. Remember, you just need a towel or a yoga strap or anything. Like I said, I'm using tracksuit packets. Anything that you can hold taut and do some shoulder rolls. And if you don't have anything, that's also okay. We will make a plan. If you guys want to slowly, I'm going to take away to the mat. Move everything. So guys, this is literally what I'm using. Like this is something that you can hold tight and just move around. Okay. Okay, guys. So when you're ready, we're just going to come onto our mats. We're going to start off in child's pose. So get your toes touching behind. You want to have your butt on your heels if you can. If you can't, that's also okay. And we're just going to reach forward onto our mat. You can put your head down on your mat if you'd like. You can hold it and activate your shoulders a bit more. But I just want to sit here for a bit. And I want us to just breathe in a couple of deep breaths here. And like I said, if you have an intention for today, let's bring it to your mind now. If you're just wanting to, bring that intention to yourself, to your awareness. Bring it into your practice. Like I said, there's so much craziness in the world. Let's take a moment just for ourselves on our mat this morning. Couple of deep breaths here. Really grounding yourself, finding your space on your mat. If you feel like you need to move around a little bit, that's okay. But if you can, stay still. Bring your awareness to your breath. We're going to be moving nice, slow and controlled today. Couple more breaths here. Let's start to activate those shoulders a little bit more. Pushing those fingertips into the mat in front of you. Activate. We want to be really mindful in the way we move today. And when you are ready, we're going to sit up. We're just going to cross our ankles and come on to our bum. Just going to roll onto our back. We're just going to hug our knees nice and close. Really getting ready, nice and close. Putting our head down on our mat, putting our shoulder blades down. We want to extend our right leg out. You can ground your heel onto your mat and just hold your left knee to your chest for a moment. Give it a hug. Then we're going to bring our right leg back in towards our chest and switch over. Left leg going straight, grounding into the mat. Giving our right knee a nice hug. You really want to keep our lower back nice and flat off the ground here. Start to activate your core. Keep your shoulder blades and your head on the ground here. Bring both knees in. We're going to stretch out our right leg again, but with this time, I just wanted to hover just above the ground. Just hovering there. Activate your feet. You can point them, you can flex them, but let's activate them. Let's work those muscles. And here, we're just going to squeeze our left knee in, and we're actually going to bring our head to our knee, and we're just going to hold it there for a second, warming up those abdominals. Nice. From here, we're going to keep our shoulder blades off the mat, activate your core, and we're just going to switch our legs. So left leg straight out, hovering on the floor, hugging our right knee towards our chest, putting your head towards your knee. Nice, guys. And putting our head back, bringing both knees to our chest. Nice, guys. This time what we're going to do is we're going to interlace our hands and put them behind our neck. We don't want to strain our neck or force our neck up. Okay? We are going to extend our right leg out, hovering above the floor, and we're going to pull our shoulder blades off the ground. Activate your core, almost in a crunch. And we're bringing our knee to our nose. We're going to hold here for a second. And back down. Let's switch legs. Left leg. Extend. Right leg to your chest. Hands interlaced behind your neck. But we're not going to strain our neck. We're going to use our core. Let's activate our core. Bring our knee to nose and hold and hold. Nice, and back down. Bring your knees to your chest. We're going to do that one more time. Take a breath here. Let's go. Right leg, extend. Hands interlaced. We're pulling up our shoulders off the ground, using our core, activating it. Pull it together. We're going knee to nose here. Hold for a second. And breathe into it, guys. Don't forget to breathe. And back down. Switching legs. Left leg extended, right leg in your chest. And we're going to lift, knee to nose, hands interlaced, and hold. For 3, 2, 1. Back down. You can put your feet on the mat. From here, we are going to lift our legs off the ground, and we're going to find a comfortable place, holding our feet with our hands, tucking your knees into your armpits, into a happy baby. Really feeling that stretch in your hips. Oh, that feels nice. You can even do a little rock if you feel you need it. And we're going to release our feet, but keep our legs at this 90. We're going to push our knees so that they're above our hips. You can see I'm in a 90 degrees here. We're going to interlace our fingers again behind our neck. Remember which way you interlace them and switch it. We're going to interlace, flex your toes, and we're just going to do a bit of a crunch, lifting our shoulders off the ground, activating that core. Our instinct is to almost push our core out. I want us to focus on bringing it in. We want to flatten the core, almost pushing it down instead of bringing it up. Let's focus on that. Interlacing our hands behind our neck, but not straining our neck. And we're just going to pulse here. Small little crunches. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And we're just going to crunch here. Nice, everyone. Stay with me. 2 more. Nice. And back down. Nice. So we are going to slowly make our way. Oh, never mind, we are not. From here, we are going to keep our knees in a 90 degrees. We're going to extend our arms, we've got the bandage here, extend our arms, palms down into a T shape. Here we are still activating our core. Flex your toes. Let's activate them. We really want to focus on all those muscles. And we're just going to rotate from side to side. What I want you to focus here is not letting that thigh, the outer thigh, touch the ground. So we are really being strong here. As I move over to the right, I don't want my right thigh to touch the ground. We are hovering there, really working those obliques. We want slow, conscious movements. We don't want to move too fast. Nice, guys. We want to remember to breathe. Just keep moving. Slow, steady, conscious movements, activating that core. Activating those legs. I can even feel my shoulders starting to warm up as we move. Let's do 2 more. Nice. From here, we're going to cross our feet and we're going to make our way into tabletop position. So from here, we're just going to do a couple of cat-cows just to warm up our spine, move around a little bit. So we're going to inhale into our cow. So we're looking up to the sky, tilting our pelvis. Exhale, cat, rounding our shoulders, pushing into the ground. Inhale, cow, tilting your pelvis, opening up your shoulders, looking to the sky. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. If you feel you need to do a little bit of movement here, that's also okay. So from here, we're going to step back into our plank pose. Keeping your feet and your shoulders right above your hands. We really want to ground into our mat, rounding our shoulders, warming it up. We don't want to put all of our weight into our palms. We want to really spread our weight into our hands, grounding our fingers into the mat. From here, we're going to do a couple of yogi push-ups, so a little chaturanga. We're going to come down and push back up. Nice, guys. If you're struggling, put your knees on the ground and coming down into our chaturanga and pushing back up. We don't want our shoulders to move past our elbows. Very important. Staying in one long line, coming down and pushing back up. It's quite difficult, but we are working here. Let's keep going. Let's do 2 more. Coming down into our push-up and back up. Last one, guys. Coming down and back up. Really tucking those elbows into your sides. From here, we're going to go into down dog. Really feeling that stretch. If you feel you need to walk it out, please feel free. Grounding ourselves into our mat. Guys, remember, mind to movement. Your mind does half the work for you. From here, I want us to do an interesting little pose. It's going to be a hovering tabletop. So we're coming up over our shoulders into almost a high plank, and we're bringing our knees just to hover, just above the ground, activating your core, activating your legs. And we come back into down dog. Nice, everyone. We're going to do that again. Coming back over to our hands, bringing our knees down, hovering, just for a moment. Make sure that your hands are below your shoulders. Adjust if you need to. Then let's go back up into down dog. Let's do 1 more. Over your shoulders, hover your legs above the ground. Stay here for a moment. Feel the muscles working. Be mindful of each muscle that's working here. If you're shaking a bit, that's okay. And let's go back into down dog. So now we're going to put them all together. From down dog, we're going to go into high plank. From here, hanging cobra. So opening up our chest towards the sky, bringing our hips down. Coming back into high plank, hovering tabletop, downward dog. Nice. Let's do that again. High plank. Hanging cobra, opening up our chest. High plank. Hovering tabletop. Downward facing dog. Let's go again. High plank. Hanging cobra. High plank. Hovering tabletop. Downward facing dog. Yes, stay with me. Let's do it again. High plank. Hanging cobra. Looking up towards the sky. High plank, nice and straight. Hovering tabletop. Downward facing dog. 1 more. High plank. Hanging cobra. Bringing your hips down, head up. Looking towards the sky, opening up those collarbones. High plank, hovering tabletop, downward facing dog. Nice, guys. So from here, what I want us to do, so actually going to open up our hands just a little bit. Usually we want them to be underneath our shoulders or shoulder width apart. Let's bring them a little bit out, just past your mat. And from here, we're just going to bend our elbows down and bring them in towards our body. So this is a turbo dog. So we are really working the shoulders here. So care if your heels aren't on the ground. But we're just bending our elbows and bringing them into our chest. And we're just holding it here for a bit. Activate your core, activate your glutes. Your shoulders, bring them away from your ears. Bring them down and be strong. Yes, everyone. And back into high plank. Let's go knees to floor. Whew. So from here, everyone, let's grab our, our scarf, our tracksuit pants, our yoga strap. Grab what you can. And if you don't have, that's also okay. So what I want us to do is we really want to work on the mobility of our shoulders, working with the internal and external rotation. So we're holding our towel or our strap in front of us, and we're going to bring it, and quite tight. We want to be working here. You want to feel it in your arms, and we want to bring it over our head and right over back. Really working on that mobility and stretching those shoulders. If you guys don't have anything, that's okay. I really then just want you, let's pretend. And we're just going to bring our arms up and make small movements, very slow, controlled, backwards. Inhaling as we come up and exhaling as we come down. So I'm just going to grab my pants again. Okay? So we really want to be very strong in our shoulders, strong in our arms, and in our core. Guys, whenever you do anything, focus on activating that core. It will help in everything that you do, and all the little movements will become a bit easier once you've activated that muscle. So, taut or tight, the strap in front of us. We are inhaling as we come up. Exhaling as we come around. Inhaling as we come up. Exhaling as we bring it in front of us. Staying nice and activated the whole time. You can see my shoulders are working. Inhaling as we come up. Exhaling as we come back. Nice, everyone. Let's keep moving. Inhaling as we come up, getting that really incredible range of motion. Exhaling as we come down. If you can do this in front of a mirror, I would suggest that. Just as you go, you can change your postures. I can see that I'm actually leaning one way, more one way than the other, all the way back, finding that range of motion. Inhale, up. Exhale, all the way down. Let's do one more. Inhale, up. Exhale, rounding your shoulders. Finding a space right at the top here. We're just going to have a little lean to the left here, reaching right over, feeling that stretch in your right side. Taking a moment here just to breathe. Coming back to center. Reaching over to our right. Taking a moment here. Just feeling that stretch. Breathing into it. Inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can reach just a little bit further. And come back to center. We're going to do one more. Inhale, we're going to exhale down, finding that stretch. Go deeper if you can, deeper than last time. Back to center. One more. Reaching right over, feeling that stretch in your left-hand side. Breathing into the stretch. Feel those muscles working. And come back to center. Ooh, let's put that down. So guys, we are going to find our down dog. Find our space again. Let's meet here. So from here, we are going to take our right leg into a three-legged dog. I want you to make sure that your hips are square to the mat. If you have to take a moment to readjust, that's okay. Make sure you square to the mat, and we're going to bring our knee to our outer right elbow and touch. Go back into three-legged dog. Bringing our knee to our nose, touch, back into three-legged dog. Knee to the left elbow, reaching right over, three-legged dog. Bringing our leg all the way through, in between our hands, we are going to go into our lunge, into our warrior one. We're just going to hold it here for a second, and just take a couple of breaths. Breathe into it. We are going to start moving into our pyramid pose. So we want to flatten our left foot. We want to put our heel on the ground and straighten our front right leg. We could put our hands on our hips. We want to make sure that our hips are square on the mat, nice and straight. So I like to put my hands on my hips here. Even shift a bit forward if you need to. Putting our hands on our hips. Keep our body nice and straight. I want us to just hinge our hips forward. We're just hinging down, keeping our back straight. This is where yoga blocks could be really good. So if you have, you're more than welcome to grab yoga blocks to give you some stability. But if you don't, keep your hands on your hips, or you can put them on the ground or on your leg here. If you feel you can, stretch a little bit deeper. Try and get your head to your knee. And let's just hold this for a second and just breathe. Really feel that stretch in the back of your leg here. Then we're going to soften the right knee, bend it as if you're going into a lunge. But we're going to lift our left leg up. Find our balance, find our ground in our right leg. And when you feel you have that, you can straighten your right leg almost into a standing split. Once you've found your balance, if you're feeling a little cheeky, you can even hold on to your leg with your hand. Really feel it in this leg, the ground on the floor, and let's hold it. Make sure that your legs are square to the mat. Then float your leg back down into high plank. We're then going to do chaturanga, down, upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left leg, three-legged dog, knee to left elbow, hold. Three-legged dog, knee to nose, hold. Three-legged dog, knee to right elbow, right across your body. Back into a three-legged dog, stepping forward in between our hands into a lunge, into warrior one. Holding it here for a second. We want to find that symmetry. What we did on the one side, we need to do on the other. Holding for a second as we get ready for our pyramid pose. So getting ready, we are going to put our right heel on the ground. We're going to straighten our left leg. Put your hands on your hips. Make sure you're nice and square. We don't want to be too open here. We want to be nice and square facing the mat. When you're ready, we're just going to hinge forward from our hips, keeping your back nice and straight. Remember, this is if you need your blocks, you're more than welcome to use them. If you want to put your hands on your knees here, if you just want to do a halfway lift, that's okay. Try and push yourself a little bit further though. If you can, put your head to your knee and just hold. Soften your left knee into a bend as if we're going into a lunge. Float your right leg up. Find stability in your left leg as if we're going into a half split. And just hold it here. If you're feeling cheeky, you can hold onto your grounding foot. Otherwise, just hold. Make sure your hips are square to the mat. And breathe. Go deeper if you can. You can put your head to your leg, then back to you, but nice, guys. When you're ready, float that leg back to the floor in a high plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here, take a couple of breaths. Find your position in your tabletop. So what I want you guys to do here is we are going to go onto our elbows, and you're just going to touch your elbows, because that's how far we want our arms apart. You're going to clasp your hands in front of you. Tuck your toes underneath your feet, and we're just going to lift our hips, almost like a downward facing dog, but on your elbows. And just find that and hold. Hold. Take a couple breaths here. Feeling it in those shoulders, working those shoulders. Pushing into the ground, pushing yourself away to bring yourself back to your knees into a small child pose. We're going to do that again. So, back onto our knees. Touch your elbows. Interlace your hands. Remember which way you interlaced them the first time and switch it around. Interlace your hands. Tuck your toes underneath your feet. Push your hips up towards the sky and let's hold. If you'd like, you're more than welcome to follow me. If you want to advance it a little bit, we're going to lift our right leg to a three-legged dog and hold. Bring our leg back down, lift our left leg to three-legged and hold. Distributing all of our weight. We don't want to put all of our weight into our shoulders. Putting our left leg back down. We're going to do one more. Right leg up and hold. Bring it back down. Left leg and hold. Nice. Back into our downward dog. Putting our knees on the ground. Into small child pose. Hands behind your feet here. Head to the ground. Just take a couple of breaths here. Nice, guys. So let's sit back up and roll our shoulders back. You can feel that we've worked our shoulders today. Take your hands and let's interlace them behind our back. And we're really just going to stretch, opening up our collarbones and our chest towards the sky. Looking up and just feeling that. That feels really good. And just holding it. And release. Interlace your fingers in front of you. Let's round our backs and push forward. Pushing the air in front of us. Just getting that stretch in our shoulder blades. And from here, we're going to reach up towards the sky, lengthening our bodies, looking up, getting that height, and bringing your hands back down. Let's do one more. Interlacing our hands behind our back, stretching backwards, opening up our shoulders, opening up our chest towards the sky, and reach. Take a moment and release. Interlace them in front of you. Reach forward, curving your back, opening up your shoulder blades, really reaching forward. And release. Last stretch. Right up towards the sky, lengthening your body, finding that height. Breathing into it. Last couple of breaths here. Reaching up. With each breath, you want to go higher. And coming back down. Going to make our way into a baby Shavasana. Opening up your arms, opening up your legs. Just taking a moment here. Just to acknowledge what your body's been able to do for you today. If you had an intention at the beginning of the class, bring it to your awareness now. Bring it to your mind. And if you don't feel like you have accomplished that, or you don't feel like you've brought that intention to the practice, you can bring it to your awareness throughout the day and all the small things that you do. When you're ready, we're going to find ourselves into a bit of a seated position. Like I said, just take a moment. Thank your body for what it's been able to do for you today. Just take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys, on a little last minute intermediate stretch with Nicole. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope it's kind of made you feel a little bit more mindful about moving your body today and how just bringing yourself towards yourself and taking a moment to check in with you. I challenge you guys today to ask yourself how you are. Like you would ask anyone else, just have a conversation. How am I? And answer truthfully. We're in some really wild times at the moment, and it's really important to check in with yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't do anything for anyone else unless you do something for yourself. Zelma, that was so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Glad you feel a little bit warmer, that you felt a little bit of heat in your body, feeling a little bit stronger, like you've stretched. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comments. I want to go and interact. But I hope you guys have a beautiful day. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Don't be shy and have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys soon.